Oh my gosh, it is so early. Okay, good morning, everyone. This is your fearless host, Jess, by the way. And I'm up way earlier than I'd like to be because I have an appointment scheduled to get colonics today. Non-medical. I'm actually signing up to do this because I've always heard about it, and I know all the celebrities do it before the red carpet. Oh, and there's the old lawn men. There's always that one neighbor who's always mowing his lawn between 5 and 7 a.m. But there's a lot of reasons why I'm interested in getting colonics. The funny thing is, though, is I didn't research the do's and don'ts before your colonics appointment. So now I'm on the computer researching it. I did research a few things. Doctors don't support it. There's not a lot of scientific evidence to support it. If you suffer from liver or kidney disease, they advise against it, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't know I couldn't have coffee before I went for my appointment. And, I'm a little shy to, bend over and show my bum. My friend Ericka's doing it too, from the episode Flex Appeal. And she goes before me. She's basically my guinea pig. I've been doing some research online too, and let me tell you, the internet has some interesting opinions about colonics. I've read everything, but the main reason I'm doing it is because I eat a lot of meat, and I exercise and lift weights, and I just want a fresh start. So it's either going to be great, or I'll be in the pins for the next few weeks. I'll keep you posted. But anyway, I'm a little nervous, but I'll be back, everyone, to tell you about my experience. And I'll let you know what I think. Wish me luck. Lord have mercy. What just happened to us?
Oh my God. That was an experience of a lifetime. I am not going to lie. I was nervous. I was scared. And I got extremely comfortable with her at a first impression.
Her being Tasana. By the way, listeners, it is Ericka Barrow. Welcome back to the studio.
Thank you. Welcome.
And yes, and I think everyone can figure it out that we did this together as a team. Whose idea was it?
Mine.
Exactly. So let's start there. All right. I get a phone call from Ericka. Go.
I called Jess and I was like, listen, I want us to get colonics. I think this would be an amazing experience. And it's got all these wonderful things that can do for us. And let's do it. But I don't want to do it alone. So you need to go through it with me. And she was like, I'm in.
Yeah. So for all of you that do not know what colonics is, here we go. Bam.
Let's talk about colonics. My name is Dr. Winderman and I am a gastroenterologist. Colonics are not only unnecessary, but they can also be potentially dangerous. You do not need to cleanse your colon, and shoving that much water at that high of a pressure may lead to perforation. Stick with a high fiber diet.
Okay, first of all, biatch. Secondly, listen to the other research that I found, okay? And furthermore, I'm not bashing doctors because doctors, if they weren't taught that in school, they might think that this might be bad. But things and health and medicine has completely changed throughout the years, okay? So, as long as there's fleet enemas on the market, I have a hard time thinking that colon hydrotherapy is the devil. All right? That's all I'm saying. Here we go.
Looking after your gut is so important to our overall health. One alternative modality you could consider doing to take care of it is a colonic irrigation. Now, some of the benefits can include removing excess waste, reducing gas or bloating, and an overall feeling of lightness and increased energy. JR, in its simplest terms, what is colonic irrigation?
So a colonic is when you cleanse the colon, which is our large intestine or our large bowel, from waste. So what sits in there is our stool, otherwise known as poo. We've got bacteria, yeast, undigested food, and all of the weird and the wonderful.
Now, from what I understand, there's different methods of colonic irrigation.
That's right.
And you specialise in Wood's gravity. What's that?
So Wood's gravity is a method where we don't fill the colon with any water. It's a very manual and natural way to have a colonic. And one thing I really want to make clear is that a colonic should never be painful. So whilst it's not the most comfortable procedure, the benefits outweigh that.
Okay, well, thanks, guys, for that explanation on colonics. On another note, why are those accents always so much better than ours? Okay, right? And on that note, I had heard of it before. And I had looked into it before, but it is kind of taboo because everyone wants to know. There's a lot of questions and answers to it. A lot of people are like the celebrities do it. The celebrities do it a lot on the red carpet.
Right.
To get ready for the big celebrations,
They want to
the
look good
awards
in their
ceremony.
dresses.
Absolutely.
Lose weight, not be bloated, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. But really, it says that colonics is down for weight loss. So a lot of people like to go for colonics for weight loss, but really it promotes weight loss. But it's not really like everyone thinks, I'm going to lose 6 to 10 pounds. Well, you must have eaten a hippo.
I lost a whole whopping 2.5 pounds 24 hours later.
You know what? Because Ericka, you like to weigh yourself. And even on the last show, Flex Appeal,
Yep.
I always said I never weigh myself, so I didn't know.
Well, I did. I weighed myself that morning before I left, before I went to the gym. Weighed myself when I got back from the gym. I gained 2 pounds because of the water in your muscle. Went to the colonic, got home, and I'd only lost a pound. But then I got up the next morning because I continued to expel this stuff all night long. Not a good experience. And I was almost 3 pounds lighter at the end of it. So...
Okay, so Ericka messaged me, as we already said, and said, I want to do colonics. Do you want to do it with me? And I said, wow. I said, yeah. I said, how much is it? Right? How much is it? That's a big question. How much is it?
It's $120 a session.
And I thought, really? That's all? I would think it would be a lot more than
Yeah,
that.
I thought it would be too.
Because you'll think of it as like a medical procedure. And then usually medical procedures, they're usually way more than that.
Yep.
But it really isn't considered a medical procedure. In order to be able to perform the colonoscopy, the colonics, you have to be either a massage therapist,
Licensed massage therapist.
an RN,
Right.
or a doctor.
Yep.
And our girl Tasana is a licensed massage therapist, and she's in school to be an RN.
Yep.
We'll get into what a wonderful person Tasana is.
She was wonderful. She made me feel so comfortable.
And that's the key, because when you're going to do something like this, you need to feel comfortable.
You have no idea.
Because as women, it's not easy being a woman.
No,
We have
far from that.
Right. We have to go to the gynecologist. We have to get our hoo-hoo
Spread
checked.
'em.
We have to get our bum checked.
Cold speculum.
Our breast checked.
Listen, they stick their finger in your butt to check your rectum, whatever wall, whatever it is at the freaking gynecologist. I mean, they're always trying to shove something up the back end.
And that's a problem for me. I always say, can you just skip that part? Because I am so shy about it. There's a vagina, there's breasts, and then there's a butthole.
Yep.
I think that the butthole, if my sister was, she had a fit, is the most intimate, personal body part of the whole human anatomy.
Amen to that.
I don't know why you and I both have butt humor. You and I both have bathroom humor. But yet I am shy to show that area.
Well, I am too. Don't get me wrong. And I certainly did not
I'm
want
shocked about
anybody to
it.
meet Herschel. So it's all good.
All right. Herschel. Everyone, we all, men and women, they get Herschel. I'm air quoting. It's a hemorrhoid.
It's a hemorrhoid.
We've named Erica's hemorrhoid Herschel.
I got it when I gave birth to my kid 25 years ago. And
A couple days before the appointment, Ericka messages me and she says, I've been doing some research on colonics. I'm a little nervous. I don't know. I'm nervous about this. I'm like, I was thinking to myself, you're an RN. You were in the medical profession. You just went in there head first. I would think that you would have researched it first. I'm reading this text message. I said, oh, hell no, you're not going to do that. It's just like we went to boxing in the Hilton. We paid for those. We went to go watch boxing, and you decided that night that it was going to be too hot. There was no air conditioning,
There was no
so we
AC.
didn't go.
That's right.
You're not going to get out of the old butt job, okay? You just aren't. But so I'm like, well, damn, maybe I should research it too. So I started looking at it, and there's a lot of shit on Google.
there is.
And it says a lot in there that it could cause dehydration. There's nothing to scientifically prove that colonics is what they say it is. And I was thinking, because I've done a lot of shows on Big Pharma. I've done a lot of shows on doctors. And doctors do not support colonics.
Correct.
However, colonics is, here's the definition of colonics. It's also called colon hydrotherapy. The main benefit received from colon hydrotherapy is that we remove number one cause of all diseases in the body by cleansing the colon from accumulated toxic waste, parasites, and gases, allowing the digestive system to reestablish to natural flora and optimize its daily functions.
It helps with gas, bloating, skin conditions, mood, weight loss, constipation, and diarrhea.
All right, guys. So there it is. It's also called colon hydrotherapy. And we don't have the Zoom phone number yet, so where you can call in with the questions and answers. So I did the next best thing. I asked people in my salon, because I have a captive audience, what their questions and answers were. And one of them was, what is the difference between a colonics and a colonoscopy or a colon cleanse? Ericka, I'm going to let you go ahead and handle that one.
So colonics is where they infuse water gently into your colon slowly, and they let it kind of pulsate in there a little bit, and then like it fills it up, and then they pull it back out and flush it back out. So it's pulling everything that's been stagnant in your colon out with water gently, and it helps kind of flush all of that stuff out in
toxins.
Yes.
Without putting you to sleep.
Correct. And it's not painful. It's not at all. It's actually pretty relaxing. The whole time you're having a colonic done, the massage therapist is massaging your abdomen to help move the fluids, the peristalsis, the gas, everything out of there, and make sure, because the gas bubbles are like corks. They're like, it blocks stuff from going out. And so that's another thing. So if you have a lot of bloating and gas, this is actually really good for it, because all of that is built up from the toxins expelling all that gas in your system, causing all these other symptoms. Now, a colonoscopy, you go to a provider, it's under moderate anesthesia, which is usually propofol, and you're asleep, but enough to be able to answer questions if you need to, and they stick a camera up in there. Prior to the colonoscopy, you have to do a whole cleansing thing that's prescribed by the physician. It's usually a 24-hour like Miralax mixed with Gatorade, some Dulcolax, and then one last thing of Gatorade in the morning and a clear liquid diet the day before to make sure everything is clear. So when he goes in there with the camera, he can see everything. Then there is the
colon cleanse.
Colon cleanse. That's over-the-counter stuff. It barely does what you think it's doing, honestly.
On that note, so we both want to say that the colonoscopies are majorly important. To go up there with a camera, to do it by a professional doctor, all of those things are 100% important to do. But the only difference between a colonoscopy and the colonics is that you take, before the colonoscopy, you have to take this disgusting stuff that everyone talks about to rid all of the crap in your intestines, so they can have a clear view with the camera of what is going on inside your gut.
They're looking for polyps and diverticulitis. They're looking for cancer. They're looking for all kinds of stuff up in there. And so it's important for them to have a clear view of that.
None of that happens with colonics. Colonics is that we go there, we lay on the table, and we are going to go step by step the procedure and how the process works with colonics, but we just want to make sure that we cover the part to where we're not against colonoscopies, we're not against doctors. Get your colonoscopies.
I will say colonoscopies. If you're a male over the age of 50, you should get one at least once every 10 years. Same with females. If you have cancer, colon cancer, or things of that nature in your family, in your history, you should start at an earlier age, as early as 30. Talk to your doctor about it.
Talk to your doctor.
If they find something, then your colonoscopies are going to be more frequent, anywhere from every year to every 5 years. But it is important to talk to your doctor about it. You can always do a Cologuard if you don't have history of cancer, which is the poop at home in a box, send it in. But those can be false negatives, false positives. So ultimately, if you want a true answer, it's best to go to your doctor, have them order your colonoscopy, get it set up, and go through the process.
I love to poop in a box.
It's fun. I did it.
Yes. So the colon cleanse, I have done before. I got the vitamins, the pill at GNC, or sometimes it's some packets. You put it in like whatever you want to drink in the morning, and then you drink it, and then Showtime a week later. That's the last time I ever did one. Wonderful. It's wonderful. Anybody who eats a lot of meat, a lot of red meat,
Yep.
That's me. That's the number one reason I wanted to get the colonics. I eat a lot of meat. I love meat. I grew up with a vegetarian mother, so I didn't get meat until I was 16 years old. So I didn't have meat except for fish until I was 16 years old. I can buy it on my own.
Sure, you were 16 when you had your first meat.
Oh, you has. That's a good one. But anyway, so we're going to walk you through. Here is the first reaction when I pulled up at Reboot U in Ocala, Florida. Listen to this. Okay, I'm here. I just pulled into, it's called Reboot U. REBOOT and the letter U. Right now it's 9:40 a.m. and Ericka has probably got a tube up her butt and is getting the procedure done. I know she was nervous. She messaged me 5 minutes before her 9 o'clock appointment time. Oh boy. Okay, I'm getting ready to go in. Here I go. By the way, I packed some wipes and a pair of socks. It's the same kit I bring when I go to the gynecologist. Wink, wink.
Why'd you bring the socks?
I bring socks because I hate my feet. I hate feet, period. I feel like they're sexual. So who wants to have what? I do it for the person doing. I do it for the gynecologist. I do it for Tasana. Who no wants to look at those nasty ass toes?
You didn't want Paul to see what was happening.
Oh, Paul is my bunion. Paul Bunyan. Hey, no, I didn't. I always do that to the gynecologist. And of course, the wipes are inevitable.
Yes.
But when we went there,
They supplied them.
they did.
And a bidet.
Oh.
First time ever using a bidet, by the way.
Me?
I made a mess.
We're high-fiving. Hey, so I have a video that I'm going to put on YouTube, everyone, walking up the steps, going into Reboot U and down the hallway. I did not get a full camera of what it looked like on the inside because I had not introduced myself yet, and I wasn't sure the rules. So I didn't get the inside shot of what Reboot U looked like.
But it's beautiful. It's very well put together. It's clean. It's organized. And the staff there really knows what they're talking about.
And they offer a lot of services.
So many services.
A
I'm
lot
gonna
of
take them up on it.
Yes.
And they didn't push anything. They didn't be like, buy a package, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah.
No, they didn't.
They were just explaining what the process is, what it works for, and then they have these beautiful flyer that you can pick up with, and the prices are very affordable.
They are, and I liked it that they put the prices. They didn't beat around the bush or
Right.
call now for the price. It's like it's right there in front of you. The receptionist at the front desk was amazing. Everyone made you feel comfortable because everything that you were there for was something that was a little bit on the taboo side.
Right.
I also thought, that emoji, poop emoji, they had that stuffed at
On the
that was
door for the
funny.
colonic room and everywhere. It was super cute.
And the one thing she said to me was, remember why you're here. I know this is a very uncomfortable thing to do, but remember why you are here. Everyone's got their own reasons to do what they're doing, but remember what it is you were there for and keep focused on that. I thought that was excellent advice.
I didn't get that advice.
I must have walked in with it all over my face.
I got, are you ready? Okay, she's here for you.
You must have been her first one. She was probably like,
She was warmed up.
yeah, she was getting some friction going with her hands. Oh, I got my first butthole.
I will say she made me feel very comfortable. She explained everything to me step by step by step by step. I told her I was an RN and I was still nervous. She's like, that's okay. She goes, I'll tell you everything. Everything we do,
Yeah.
I will tell you. I will take my time.
And she did every bit of that.
She did.
So I'm sitting in the waiting area. I tell the lady at the receptionist desk that I have a podcast and what we're going to do. And yes, I was not just there for my show. I was not there because really, Ericka and I did this for you. We did this for you, listeners, because I know there's not one freaking damn one of you that has not looked into doing this. And like, what's colonics? So you're welcome.
I'm going back.
I'm going back too.
I did it for my psoriasis on my
Me
spots on my
too.
body, and I can already see a difference in my spots.
Oh my goodness.
They're less red and less irritated.
We're
after
jumping the
one
gun
session.
because
Sorry.
no, it's easy to do. We're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited. So it's easy to jump the gun. Me too, Ericka. All right, so Ericka comes out of the room, and I hear her voice anyway. I know her voice anywhere, and she comes out, and we embraced, and I said, "How was it?" And I could tell she was happy.
Yeah.
By the way you came out, and then of course I wanted to know everything, but she had to go back to work, and I was next. So she was.
I wasn't going to spoil anything for her. It was going to be all surprise.
So here's Ericka's experience, her very first experience. Listen to this.
Hi, this is Ericka. I just came out of my very first colonic session. It was actually more relaxing than I thought. It's impressive to see what you hold with inside your colon. Ew. I feel like I'm going to feel a lot better, and I'm definitely coming back. Good stuff. Must try.
Dun, 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 dun. It's my turn. I get up. So I go with Hasana to the back. Okay, so she says, you're wearing a dress, okay? So she says, pull up your dress, and she gives you these little panties to put on.
Oh, are those what those are?
Those are, yeah. We get them from the spray tanning booth.
It was paper mache.
There was nothing to them. So you put those on, and then you come out. She has you lay on a chair, lay on a spa chair. And then she has you bend your knees, and then she says, lay on your side a little bit. So it's like, oh my God.
You lay on your side. You have to put your bottom leg out and your top leg over, like bent over, and you just have to breathe slowly. And she tells you as she's inserting it slowly. But then the surprise is, she says, I want you to reach your hand back here and grab my arm, and I want you to guide my hand with a speculum into your anus.
Okay, so here's why that's... So I asked her, and of course, I'm sure all the listeners want to know. Here's some of the questions. What can you tell about people? Can you tell if people have anal sex? And she said, I can tell. I said, well, how do you know? She says, because the tube goes in a lot easier. Usually I don't have to have people guide the tube in. So I'm happy to report that Ericka doesn't have anal sex, and neither do I, because I also had to grab her wrist and guide the tube in my butt. All right.
I told Susanna, I said, wow, we're getting really comfortable really quick.
Yeah. The tube is about 1 inch wide. Mm-hmm. And at first when you look at it, it looks like it's hard.
It's called a speculum.
A speculum. And it looks like it's hard, but really
it's not.
It's not. It's like silicone-y. Mm-hmm. So they put lube all around it, and then you guide it into your hind end. So it goes into your hind end, and then, of course, she says, breathe through it. So we're like, oh my God, oh, this is so uncomfortable. And the whole time she says, it's okay, I do this all the time. And I'm thinking, you're not even 30 yet. You're not even 30 yet. How many bungies have you actually assisted? But a lot.
I have 2, but that was in my ER days.
Okay. So, yeah. And how long have you been a nurse?
23 years.
And you've only assisted 2 bungies.
No, I've assisted a lot of bungies.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. We're there. So she says, I am going to adjust the machine. So it's this machine. And she says, you're going to feel pressure. And you're going to tell me when you can't handle it anymore.
She told me when I felt full. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, when you feel full.
Yeah.
Okay, were you like, so it's a 45-minute session, everybody. Yeah! So starting out, you got the tube up your butt, and then she shoves warm water with magnesium in it.
Yeah, for hydration.
And she's going to shoot it up into your colon. Now, she says when you feel full. Now, were you wimpy at first about it?
I was not wimpy. I was concerned I was going to crap myself on the table, because that's what it felt like. You know, when you have that moment, you're having diarrhea and that pressure comes, you're like, oh, and you squeeze the cheeks and you have to run to the toilet. That's what it feels like.
So your first time she wanted to make you feel full.
Yeah.
Air quotes. Did you feel like I'm going to poop on the table, or did you just breathe through it and just let your belly rise with the water?
Nope. I felt the flexion of my anus, and I was like, I'm going to have an issue here if I'm not careful, and I don't want to go around the tube. So I tensed up, and she's like, just relax. just relax. That's what it feels like when you're full. And so
Now, Eric and I both have bathroom humor. We both are not shy about that area. And I think anybody that knows us will know that we joke about it all the time. Both of us, shockingly, we're very, very shy about it.
Yeah.
and really, I don't care. I make jokes, but in all actuality, I'm not okay with it.
As I got more comfortable, I started joking around with her. I was like, is that a yellow banana pepper?
Okay. So on that note, once you fill up your belly and you say, okay, I'm good, then of course she releases off the pressure. So it's kind of like blasting something that's really hard with water to make it soggy. So it kind of like comes out, like pressure washing. You pressure wash your house to get the mildew off. And then, eventually you can see the mildew coming off. So
but it doesn't feel like a pressure wash. It's not intense or uncomfortable at all. At least not with Tashana.
Right. And she doesn't blast you that hard. But anyway, there's a tube and you can actually watch your bodily toxins leave your body and go into the tube and go into
the machine.
You would think that it would be embarrassing, but with the right person, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
So at first I was wimpy. And I'm 35 to 40 minutes in and I have expressed nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing. So, but okay, here it goes, everyone.
This is breaking news with Channel 7.
Good evening. I'm Sarah Mitchell with Channel 7 News. We're interrupting your regularly scheduled programming to bring you breaking coverage of a developing situation in the metro area. We're getting reports of a major blockage affecting thousands of residents tonight. I'm being told our field reporter Jim Stevens is standing by with the latest. Jim, what can you tell us about the current conditions?
Thanks, Sarah. I'm here in suburbia where the situation has been, well, let's just say it's been moving very slowly. The blockage began early this morning and shows no signs of clearing up. You can see behind me residents are trapped in their homes, unable to find relief. The Johnson family hasn't seen any movement since Tuesday.
Jim, do we know what caused this backup?
Sources point to a combination of factors, Sarah. Too much processed food, not enough fiber, and what experts are calling chronic dehydration. The perfect storm for what we're seeing here tonight.
Jim, the winds sound devastating. Are you okay? What is going on with Hurricane Pueblo?
Well, I'm telling you right now, I've covered a lot of hurricanes in my career, but this story going with the hurricane is unlike anything I've ever seen before. The blockage.
Oh my goodness, that is so bad. Now, Jim, we understand there may be a solution on the horizon.
That's right, Sarah. I'm here with Dr. Patricia Mills from Move It! Gentle Relief Formula.
Sarah, what we're seeing tonight didn't have to happen. Move It provides safe, overnight relief that gets things flowing again naturally.
Wait, I'm getting reports of movement. Yes, we have confirmation of successful movement in the Henderson household.
Thank goodness, Dr. Mills. Where can people find Move It?
Available at all major pharmacies. Don't let your family suffer through another backup like this one.
This is Jim Stevens reporting live from what we can now call a breakthrough. Back to you in the studio, Sarah.
Thank you, Jim. We'll continue monitoring this developing story and the storm. When movement happens, we'll be there.
This is Breaking News, Channel 7, and back to your regular programming.
I'm a gassy gal. I'm gassy.
She's so gassy.
So I let a lot more gas than anything come out. So did you have expression? Did you express waste right away?
I think I expressed waste on the first round, but it was a little bit. But then the second and the third, then it was a very colorful experience.
On that note, I asked Hassan a lot of questions about Ericka, and obviously HIPAA is not a problem with this. And Ericka, when she came out, she told me that she saw a banana pepper go flying by. And I said, oh, what?
She thought she saw a scallion.
Okay.
I didn't need a scallion.
Okay. Listen. So I asked Asana a bunch of questions because inquiring minds want to know. Can you tell someone's sick when you're doing this?
Yes.
Can you tell someone's had anal sex while you're doing this? Can you tell if somebody is an alcoholic or drinks a lot of alcohol while you're doing this? Blah, blah, blah. She said, on drinking, she can see yeast float by. I said, did you see yeast on Ericka? She said, a little bit. I said, you see yeast on me? She goes, a little bit. She goes, you can tell if someone doesn't chew their food is good because Whole Foods will go by. Hence the banana pepper.
The banana pepper.
I said, oh, Ericka's not chewing her food that
It was
good.
on a pizza. I had 2 slices and I couldn't help myself.
It must have been tasty.
It was a bad moment.
So I started showing stuff when about 40 minutes in. And because I just said to myself, I'm going to quit being wimpy.
Were you relaxed?
No.
Even with her massaging you?
I love the massage. So the whole time Tasana is doing it, she massages your belly. And that was my favorite. I mean, she just massages it and gets it just, I'm like, oh, I like that. And then, because she's getting out gas and then fluid and everything, she's promoting, she's telling your body that you want to express and get rid of the waste. So then I started seeing it go by. And it was really neat.
So you need to have another follow-up session.
Yes. She said, I'm going to tell you this. She said, I believe that you need to do another one, maybe possibly 2 more. She said, because sometimes everyone, poop is like a cork. And so there's a lot of reasons to get colonics. One could be you exercise a lot. You lift weights. You want to get out everything, all the toxins out. So you want to tell your body, I'm into health. I want to make yourself healthy again. There are other reasons for it. There's people who want to lose weight. There are people who have autoimmune. Like you and I, both of us have psoriasis. There's skin irritations. It's for skin irritations. There's
mood swings.
Yeah,
with
that
menopause.
Was something. So she told me I can tell you're dehydrated. I said, how? Because I'm not happy at my age.
A water drinker, by the way. People.
I'm not, and I never have been. She says sometimes, the perfect bowel movement is supposed to be a nice cigar pinched off at the end. That's supposed to be what your bowel movements are supposed to be. So anybody who does not have that, say they've got, I'm going to call it just a spongy mess. Just like, whoa, I let it out, but there it is. That doesn't mean you're not constipated. She said it could be like a cork, a hardened cork up in your large intestine. Yep. And then the fecal matter is coming out and it's breaking up because it's hitting that cork and going around it.
Yep.
And she said, I can tell you're dehydrated. She let me know that I needed to drink more water. Also, I confessed to her that I have not done my medical at my age. I've not gone to had a colonoscopy. I have not gone to have a mammogram. And shame on me because I have a lot of friends with cancer and all those things and other ailments. But I learned a lot from going yesterday.
Me too.
And I'm going to say I'm going to go with you first. Will you give Colonics, knowing everything involved, a thumbs up?
Heck yeah. And I'm going back.
Okay.
I'm definitely going back.
And I'm also going to give it a thumbs up. And anybody out there who has any questions, please feel free to message Cuttinloosechronicles@gmail.com. And we're going to do some questions and answers. Reboot You is where to go. And anybody who does not live in Florida or in the North Central Florida area, we highly recommend you go with Hasana at Reboot You.
She's there Mondays and Wednesday afternoons.
Yep.
Mondays all day and then Wednesday afternoon.
Go.
Hey guys, this is Tasana. I just finished Jessica and Ericka's first colonics and they did great. Come and see me at Reboot You and get your colonics done here in Ocala, Florida. I look forward to seeing you.
Because if it's a colon, she's going to sculpt it. Call Reboot You at 352-820-3151. That's 352-820-3151. Or visit Reboot You on their website at www.rebootocala.com. Go and get it done. And for weight loss, it sweetens the pot, right?
It's temporary.
It's just as a tool. It's a tool for it. They also do Reboot Body Hack, which is the pressurized environmental concentrated oxygen that assists your system with regeneration and prevention of health conditions. It helps with energy, sleep, wounds, injury, circulation, respiratory. They have things called the Detox Dome.
Is that like a hyperbaric chamber?
I think so. And so is the Detox Dome. But there's also the infusion to where they infuse your blood out and they mix it up and put it back in you.
Yeah, they have the hyperbaric chamber therapy that helps with energy, sleep, wounds, injury, circulation, respiratory conditions, and supports your wellness. Fire Detox Dome, that looks really good.
That's really good.
It's like a sweat gym. And then the red light therapy. And then they have the infusion therapy, which is cell rejuvenation, which is supposed to be really good for your body.
The red light therapy, too, is good for the skin conditions, all of that. Amazing.
Inflammation in the body.
Yeah.
Chronic pain.
Who doesn't have this stuff going on? There's somebody. They're not every. There's nobody that can go, oh, I've got none of that. I'm great. Unless you're 15. A lot of people say BS to all this stuff, but I don't think so.
I'm here to say Colonics is a yes, please. I'm definitely going to go back. And I will say this. The first 24 hours after your colonic, don't eat part of a Twix bar, because that may have been why I was pooping all night long, because you're not supposed to have concentrated sugars. And I did not read that.
And don't eat meatloaf. Don't make a meatloaf. Okay, so we walk out of there. We're feeling fantastic. We're like, I can run a marathon. I said, I want some meatloaf.
We didn't read it, but you should have had like clear broths or steamed vegetables. I asked Shauna, I said, can I have a Caesar salad tonight? She goes, yeah. I said, the roughage is okay. She's like, sure. I said, okay. I did not ask about the Twix bar that my husband brought home that I was having a chocolate craving. So that was my downfall.
And mashed potatoes bad too.
And it says no alcohol for 24 hours because you could get more dehydrated. But yeah, no, definitely follow the plan. You will be a little bit tired because it does kind of take a lot out of you fatigue wise, but just don't make any plans for that night. And then by the next morning you wake up, I woke up feeling like, wow, I have had so much energy today. I'm not going to lie. I have been like, go, 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 go all day long. And I have yet to yawn or feel exhausted. I didn't have any headaches today.
Take a nap.
I felt really great.
Okay, so I looked at when I put on my makeup this morning and go to work. I felt my complexion looked great. I thought, wow, this looks a lot better. Also want to touch on this.
Oh, yeah, my psoriasis spot. I showed my husband this morning. I'm like, babe, it's not nearly red as and irritated as
and I feel like on the back
After
of my head
session.
where mine is, me too. But I don't want to be all in my head. So we will definitely revisit this. Yeah. But it says on there that it is not supported by doctors and blah, blah, blah. Now, I asked Susanna that, and she says, not true. Not true. And I'm not surprised by it because it's taking money. Okay, doctors are important.
Very.
Not saying that. But a lot of times, doctors how should I word it? They're like, I'm a doctor. Okay. And they do it to the hairdresser too. A lot of times they're prescribed medicines for this, medicines for that, which the medicines, I think, as we all know, can make your hair thin out. And also they don't want, and Big Pharma is a part of it because it takes from their pockets.
Yep.
So the medicine that they're prescribing, they don't want to say that, oh, well, your hair is thinning because, well, don't get your hair colored, okay? So I asked Hassana that, and she said, not true. And really, it makes sense. The biggest reason that you get colonics is to get rid of toxins in your body. Yep. And if you are ridding your large intestine, and we know how long we can harbor toxins in our large for years. That right there, big deal. So to get rid of all those toxins in your large intestine, just want to say that do your research, know what you're doing, and know the difference between a real medical procedure and something that you just sign up for. Colonoscopies are very, very important. But if you want colonics, you know that is something. What should we classify colonics as?
Self-care.
Self-care. It's right up there with Botox. It's right up there with
massages.
What about that IV intravenous treatment you can get to rejuvenate yourself for hydration?
For your cells and
all
hydration.
Of it. That's our experience, and both Ericka and I both put our stamp of approvals on it. Like I said, if anybody is interested, look up rebootyou.com in Ocala, Florida, and message Cuttinloosechronicles @gmail.com. Look at us on Instagram, and please, for God's sake, subscribe to me on YouTube. Cutting Loose Chronicles on YouTube. Subscribe, because there's a lot more good where that came from. Right, Ericka? Woo! All right, we'll be looking for you. Podcast. I'd like to dedicate this episode to my very good friend Ericka Barrow on her 52nd birthday. Happy birthday, my friend, and many more to come.